We're always asked this question about
Yeah.
how do you have a high protein snack? Shellfish or shrimp is a great one of those frozen shrimp, frozen shrimp trays. This one comes from Cisco Balls. This question is deer meat? Question mark. What about shellfish? So, do you eat deer meat? And what do you think about shellfish?
Is deer meat like venison?
Venison.
Oh, it is venison. Okay, so maybe I've eaten it like at fancy restaurants or something, but we don't cook it. I don't, just because it's like, where do you even buy that?
My uncles have a farm and they went out and they were hunting. They would shoot a deer and bring it back, do all the cutting, the cleaning, everything else.
It's probably very lean, isn't it?
Well, it's not something I'm going to do, but wild meat, wild gamey meat is the most healthy form of meat you can have. The stuff you're buying in a grocery store is not the same as what you get if you actually go out in the wild.
Yeah, it's so true. I actually prefer to eat like wild meat than like farm raised. So
the omega-3 ratio, like because
how does it taste though?
It tastes gamey.
Yeah, gamey.
It does. It tastes a little bit gamey, but it's something you're gonna get used to, and
I could probably get used to it. And if we season it right?
Yeah, exactly. So I have had it. It's not something that's in my everyday diet because you can't get it, or we just don't find it everywhere. And
we don't live on a farm.
But if I had access to it, sure, I would eat it. And
shellfish?
Shellfish. I'm also a huge fan of shellfish.
Yeah.
Shellfish.
Shellfish?
Shellfish.
Did you say shellfish?
Like, is shrimp considered a shellfish?
Yeah, I think so.
Shrimp is great.
Right? Anything that has a shell on it. Right?
Shrimp is a great snack that a lot of people don't think about. Like, we're always asked this question about how do you have a high protein snack?
Yeah.
Shellfish or shrimp is a great one of those frozen shrimp trays. As long as the sodium's not too high in it, it's a healthy alternative for a protein source.
Yeah, and I think we have a couple of recipes at least in Team LiveLean using shrimp or scallops or any other type of seafood. Scallops?
I love it. Scallops.
I don't know. But anyway, both seem like great sources of protein. I don't see why you wouldn't have them.
Yep.
It really, whatever you're eating depends on kind of the environment that you live on, what you have access to. So it's not like those are bad foods. It's just they're not really part of our personal diet.
Well, shellfish are.
Yeah, somewhat.
Yeah.
Not like a staple,
just
though.
To the last point to that question is, we just recently went out for dinner for Jess's birthday, and we were looking at the menu, and I saw duck on the menu, and I'm like, I don't ever make duck at home, but it's something like when I do go out, I look for something because we went with something else.
We got shellfish. We went shellfish. Actually, we had like this like seafood pot that had mussels and clams and all that. It was really good.
So my only tip would be if you want to kind of get your range of options, expand a little bit on your dietary eating. When you do eat out, don't just go for steak or chicken or stuff you cook at home. Go for something a little bit different.
Yeah, it's your opportunity to live it up a little.